Welcome to our deep dive on the ethics and risks of AI in marketing. Anna, AI seems to be transforming how brands reach consumers, but what are the core ways it's being used today?
Thanks, Will. AI now powers everything from personalized ads to dynamic pricing and even chatbots. Think of algorithms predicting your next purchase or recommending products across platform sits, like having a digital salesperson tailored to each customer.
That sounds convenient, but as we explore these innovations, it's important to ask, what ethical concerns should we be mindful of as marketers and consumers alike?
Absolutely. The main concerns center around how data is gathered, potential manipulation, and whether AI-driven decisions reinforce existing inequalities. Each of these deserves careful scrutiny as we move forward.
Let's start with data privacy. AI thrives on user data, but where do we draw the line between personalization and intrusion?
It's a fine balance. For example, AI-powered campaigns often analyze purchase history, browsing habits, even location data. While this can improve relevance, without clear consent, it easily crosses into invasive territory.
Some companies use transparent opt-in processes, but many still bury data practices in lengthy terms of service. What's the risk if brands aren't upfront about data use?
A major risk is loss of trust. According to a 2023 Pew survey, 79% of consumers say they're less likely to buy from brands that misuse their data. In the long run, transparency isn't just ethical, it's good business.
Building on privacy, let's talk about informed consent. Anna, what are some effective ways brands can ensure customers truly understand how their data is used?
Clear, concise disclosures are key. Some brands use interactive consent forms or short explainer videos. Think of it as a nutritional label for your data. This approach demystifies complex policies.
But what about language barriers or digital literacy gaps? Not every user interprets these disclosures the same way.
Exactly, and that's why regulators in the EU and California now require plain language privacy notices. Some even suggest standardized icons to help users quickly grasp what's being collected and shared.
Shifting gears, let's tackle deepfakes and synthetic content. AI can now generate convincing videos and voices, blurring the line between real and fake. How is this technology being used in marketing?
Brands are experimenting with virtual influencers and AI-generated spokespeople. For instance, a startup recently created an AI avatar that starred in several ad campaigns cost-effective, but it raises authenticity questions.
The risk, of course, is misleading consumers. How do marketers ensure audiences aren't deceived by synthetic content?
One solution is clear labeling, flagging AI-generated materials and disclosing when a spokesperson isn't real. Some countries, like France, now require disclaimers on altered images to prevent deception.
Beyond deepfakes, AI can rapidly spread misinformation intentionally or not. What safeguards can marketers implement to prevent the spread of false or manipulative content?
Rigorous fact-checking protocols are essential. Some companies use AI tools to detect inconsistencies or flag suspicious claims before campaigns go live. Think of it as a digital editor with a critical eye.
But what if these safeguards fail? Can accountability still be maintained when errors slip through?
Accountability mechanisms like transparent reporting and correction policies help. Leaders should be proactive, issuing public corrections and reinforcing content integrity as part of their brand values.
AI systems are only as unbiased as the data they're trained on. Anna, what are some examples of algorithmic bias in marketing, and how do they affect different groups?
One striking case. A 2022 study found that AI ad platforms disproportionately targeted high-paying job ads toward men. This kind of bias can reinforce gender inequality, not just in opportunities, but also product visibility.
That's troubling. What steps can marketers and developers take to identify and mitigate these biases?
Regular audits are crucial. Teams use diverse test groups and run simulations to uncover hidden biases. Some even partner with advocacy groups to ensure fair representation.
Transparency is a recurring theme. When AI makes targeting decisions, how can marketers explain these choices to consumers or regulators?
Explainable AI models allow for visibility into decision pathways. For example, brands can show which factors influenced an ad's delivery, like age, interests, or browsing history, building trust and allowing for accountability.
Are there trade-offs between explainability and AI performance?
There can be. Some of the most accurate models are also the most complex, making them harder to interpret. The industry is moving toward hybrid approaches, balancing accuracy with clarity so stakeholders aren't left in the dark.
Let's discuss the regulatory landscape. How are governments and industry groups addressing AI risks in marketing?
Many regions now enforce stricter data protection laws. The EU's GDPR and California's CCPA both give consumers more control over their data. Meanwhile, self-regulatory codes like the ANA's AI guidelines urge brands to adopt ethical best practices.
What about enforcement? Are there significant penalties for non-compliance?
Yes, under GDPR, fines can reach 4% of global annual revenue. Beyond legal penalties, the reputational damage from mishandling AI can be devastating. Just look at recent boycott campaigns after data leaks.
Theory aside, what are some notable real-world examples, both positive and negative, of AI in marketing ethics?
On the positive side, some brands use AI to create more accessible ads for people with disabilities, like auto-generated captions or adaptive interfaces. On the flip side, there's the infamous Cambridge Analytica scandal, which highlighted how unchecked data use can sway public opinion and erode trust.
It seems transparency and oversight are key to avoiding pitfalls while maximizing AI's benefits.
Absolutely, ethical frameworks, regular audits, and consumer feedback loops help steer AI initiatives in a responsible direction.
As we wrap up, Anna, where do you see the future of AI in marketing heading? How can companies balance cutting-edge innovation with ethical responsibility?
The future lies in responsible AI prioritizing transparency, fairness, and user empowerment. Imagine a world where consumers have granular control over their data, and brands compete not just on creativity, but on ethical leadership.
That's an inspiring vision. For marketers listening, what's the single most important takeaway from today's discussion?
Ethics can't be an afterthought. Making ethical choices early by designing AI systems with privacy, equity, and transparency in mind sets the stage for sustainable success in the digital age.
Thanks for joining us today. In our final episode, we'll look ahead at emerging AI trends and how marketers can prepare for what's next. Anna, any teasers you can share?
Definitely. We'll explore topics like AI-driven creative generation, the rise of virtual reality shopping, and new strategies for authentic engagement in an increasingly automated world. Stay tuned for actionable insights and future-forward thinking.
We can't wait. Until then, remember, with AI's power comes a responsibility to use it wisely. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.